Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Mario Gotze card to review today. A nice 5'9" player at high medium work rates, right-footed, 4-star skill moves, and a 4-star weak foot. In regards to traits, ladies and gentlemen, he does actually have the finesse shot trait. So imagine my shock seeing that a card like this has the finesse shot trait, but the Coutinho card doesn't, right? But still, regardless, having the finesse shot trait is always a plus in these cards. It should be a trait you should be able to unlock through gameplay, because if a card can do the finesse shot in a more crisp manner, why not? You know what I'm saying? So in regards to attributes, guys, we're looking at a card that has 91 acceleration with 82 sprint speed. His shooting stats are at 93 attacking positioning, but he does have 87 shot power and 87 shot power and 87 finishing. So I mean, the card kind of suggests that you want to give him a hunter chemistry style just because of how the stats are kind of formatted, right? Like with the finishing at a 92 and a shot power at a 97 with 95 composure, you'd be looking at someone that can consistently hit some shots from certain angles, right? Now, obviously, shooting in FIFA is very inconsistent in general, but improving his shooting as much as possible is a beneficial thing, obviously, right? Hunter chemistry style is also giving him boost for pace, which I think he definitely needs to get into the positions quicker. Now, again, very important that he actually has his acceleration to be higher than his sprint speed, just because of the certain chemistry styles you can give this card. In regards to passing ability, he can actually pass the ball really nicely, so you don't necessarily need to improve it. Dribbling presence is something that we're going to go ahead and test with this card because he is a 5'9" player playing in that position. Now, Coutinho, I was very unfortunate to have to play in bad gameplay, but regardless, you have to test him on whatever gameplay you get. Hopefully, when we try out this Gotze card, it's a little bit more responsive, so I can actually really test out his dribbling during certain moments, because in all fairness, he has minimum 90s for all of the dribbling stats, so he should move around the pitch really nicely, especially because he is a 5'9" player. He's a little bit like tubby in game, a little bit tubby, so maybe that'll affect the dribbling a little bit. I don't think it will a lot, to be honest, but we'll see, obviously. Now, Gotze is one of the cards that is an interesting one, again, because of the whole comparison between him and Coutinho. I don't necessarily like comparing players, but I'll let you know if I like him more in the cam position. But I really don't like comparing players that way, because I think that when you play FIFA, you should just use players that you just like because you have some sort of sentimental value towards them, because it's fun to use them in that way, right? Or even if it's for meta, use them for whatever meta you want to use, right? Like, I don't know. I just don't like comparing players that much when it comes to FIFA. He does have 88 stamina. It would really, really suck if his stamina was low, but it's not. So that's a really, really good plus, right? So, I mean, guys, we're looking at an interesting card. This is the team that we're going to be lining up with Gotze in, because honestly, the team looks kind of cool, right? You got some attackers here and there. My boy's got Lewandowski. Why in God's name do I have Quaison in there instead of Lewandowski? Because Lewandowski is an absolute beast. Hopefully he is in the striker position. He is. Perfect. So the way that we are going to be lined up with Mario Gotze's card is going to be like this. We'll try out my boy Scruffy's tactics. I'm not going to go changing some stuff here. We'll use Philippe Coutinho off to the left side. Again, super unfortunate he doesn't have the finesse shot trait. But with Mario Gotze in the middle, I want to see how he plays in that cam position, opening up the pitch for other players. The instructions will only be, I'll tell him to come back in the fence because he actually can. Lewandowski's on getting behind for his team. Okay, we could do that. Yeah, okay. So come back in the fence for the cam. Just because he has his stamina, I want to see what his stamina depletes to. And yeah, we'll go from there. Let's get into a game, see how he plays. Hopefully he is a beast. Okay, a little bit of off-the-ball movement from him right there. Not too bad. I like the way that he's staying in his cam position right now. Yeah, it's not like when I was using like Luis Diaz the other day for his player review. I was like, oh yeah, I'll try him on the cam position. Didn't like him there at all because of the way that he moves. You could definitely tell that Gotze is going to be really, really nice to use in the cam position. I like his movement off the ball so far. Like, look at the way he starts to transition in the middle already. Then to the side, like he plays kind of like next to Lewandowski, which is kind of cool. A little bit of movement right here. Bam. Ooh, almost got that. A little bit aggressive right there. Let's see how fast he goes back into position. I'm noticing that the way he positions himself is like strictly to the sides, because he kind of like wants to go for that finesse shot like over here. You see what I mean? How nice and crisp it is? It's the way that he positions himself in the attacking third to kind of want to do that constantly. It's very, very interesting for sure. His dribbling actually feels nice. I think with the Hunter chemistry style, having the pace for him to get into positions really quickly could be a beneficial thing, because the way he's moving is perfectly fine right now. Like right there. We'll try a little turnaround shot right there. I'm really liking his positioning so far, guys. His positioning is very good. Attacking AI has been pretty solid too. Very, very well balanced in my opinion. I kind of like Coutinho's more aggressive approach in regards to how he chooses to run into the middle areas, but I mean, Gotze is definitely nice as well. He's a more like neutral cam, I'm noticing, you know? Like I'm telling you guys, like look at that little, he's always rotating constantly. Yeah, I do find him to really want those finesse shots though. Like look at the way he's positioned right now, see? Like if you kind of like build up the play a certain way to get him on that angle right there, to be able to do stuff like that, like he really, really wants that. It's the way that he's kind of like positioning himself, you know? I'm telling you guys, man, he's always positioning himself to do the finesse shot trait. Now, again, the good thing about that is that because he positions himself in that way, if you have strikers that are moving around your team in a specific way, it's actually a beneficial thing to have your players do. Now, what I am going to be doing is I'm going to be switching the tactics because I'm personally not a huge fan of it. So we'll go ahead and switch to the possession-based playstyle with width set to 4, players in the box set to 2, right? And then the instruction on Lewandowski will just be balanced, because I like the way that he moves on balance. So we'll see how he moves with Gotze, because Gotze's positioning in those areas for that finesse shot is really, really nice if your attackers move a certain way inside the 18-yard box. Because in that angle right there, if I have the right players making those runs from the sides to the inside, then we can score a nice little goal-scoring opportunity right there, you know? Or we can get a goal-scoring opportunity right there. Always there for the finesse shot trait. Look, boom. Get the right off the ball movement. See, like sometimes, so my tactics obviously doesn't work with this team, right? You have to, it's all because of player characteristics and whatnot, but the left and right attacking mids, they just don't move the way I'd like them to, because in that situation right there, the way that Gotze is positioning himself is perfect if you have those left and right attacking mids that move the way I like them to, you know? Nice. Good goal with Coutinho. I have to switch the tactics again, guys, because the tactics that I like to use doesn't really fit the way that this team plays in general. So we're going to go ahead and switch it to, I would say balanced. Width has to be more narrow for them to make those runs inside. And then we'll put the players in the box set to 3, but just on 1 width. And then this guy left. So we'll try it in the next game. Alright guys, so, you know, I don't play FIFA like a crazy amount, so I'd probably have a better understanding of this if I played it more, but in regards to how this team plays, this is how we're going to be using this team, because of the way that I'm kind of like seeing how the off-the-ball movement works with it. We're going to have it on pressure on heavy touch with balance for the offense. Instructions for the 2 CDMs is one going to be on balanced, but stay back while attacking cover center, but this one's going to be on cut passing lanes while stay back while attacking and offer this attacking presence. Lewandowski will tell him to come back in defense. Actually, we'll keep him on balance, but we'll tell him to get in behind just to push the back line farther back, while these guys should be making more runs with the attacking tactics set as is. So let's see how that works out. I'm really liking the Mario Gotze card in all fairness. He's definitely playing really nicely. I prefer to use Philippe Coutinho's cam card. I think he's a little bit better in regards to off-the-ball movement so far, but we're going to see. We have to play one more game with him to really check it out. The dribbling so far, it doesn't feel like I need to improve it, which is good. Holy crap, people have some... You know what? This is like a meta team, but a really cool meta team. Like, I mess with this team a lot, actually. It's really sick. Oh, this game is so unresponsive. You gotta be joking, man. Lewandowski's making that run. You're gonna pass to the guy at the top. Ah. Oh, Gotze doesn't score that one. That was a really bad strike. He actually should have done way better there. It was coming off of the run as well, but still, you know. Alright, so this, I mean, dudes, if I play this game a lot, man, I'm telling you guys, I'd have such a great understanding that this players in the box has to be set to 1. Because 6 makes them move very, very awkwardly. I like them on the edge to do that whole build-up play and then have their characteristics make them overcommit, you know? There we go. That's a little better. Should be a goal right here. Nicely done. Great off the ball move with the Gotze to get into the attacking space. You can see that Lewandowski was kind of playing the cam spot. You guys see what I mean when I put the players in the box set to 1, how I need their characteristics to make them make those runs. You can notice that players in the box is set to 1, but they need to have the attacking presence to get into the right spots. And once I realized this guy was playing really narrow on his formation, it just made more sense to play outside the 18-yard box like that, right? I wonder, dude, I'm telling you, like, I don't play a lot for me to, like, really get a grip of the tactics, but dudes, like, I've always been about this when it came to the tactics. Like, I'm very, like, thing when it comes to it, right? So, I'm just not sure exactly what it would be because I don't play a lot, so. Dude, I'm not doing an objective. Come on. Play normally. Hello? Oh, he's leaving. Well, I'm gonna just kick this ball out, I guess. Because EA formatted this game perfectly that people are going to leave because no one plays this game normally anymore. I'm not doing objective, my dude. And look, he's standing still because, like, dude, you know, imagine playing a game and, like, the guy stands still because I don't know, maybe he thinks I'm doing an objective or something, and it's a waste of time, EA. You guys don't know how to make a video game, honestly. Like, last year I told you it was wrong. Alright guys, so final verdict on the Mario Gotze card. Honestly, dudes, with the right tactics, this guy actually... It's not even the right tactics because I was using the wrong tactics and I feel like he was positioning himself really well because I was using like Coutinho and Muller on the sides, and for me personally, like, they're not really the types of left or right attacking mids that I would have personally in my squad. They feel more like they're used in the middle, but obviously this is all down to personal preference. Doesn't mean the card's bad. It's just the way I like my players to move. Mario Gotze positions himself really, really well in the center cam position. He's not as aggressive as Coutinho, and I like aggression just because of that overpowered defensive tactic, right? I love that aggression. Not the aggression like Julian Brandt or Yeri Litmanen's card, right? More like Philippe Coutinho's and Bernardo Silva in the cam position. That kind of aggression you need in regards to positioning to kind of open up the space when someone is defending a certain way, right? But regardless, I feel like Mario Gotze is a very... the key word I would use for him is balanced. He feels really, really balanced in the cam position. The way he moves across the pitch is really nice. If he does have a rotation policy with the other attacking players in the team, it would be perfectly fine because of the fact that, you know, he can play on the sides. He can. It's not something that you should force to the sides. Like in this situation right here, you can see that he's playing in the cam position, the center cam position. I wouldn't necessarily put him on the sides. He definitely feels like he belongs in the middle. His finesse shot trait actually feels really, really nice. With the Hunter chemistry style, I think that would be the best chemistry style to give him because I think his dribbling is responsive enough considering the fact that he is 5'9". I think his body type influences the way he dribbles a tiny, tiny bit, but not enough for me to dislike the card. So if you guys end up choosing to get Gotze, you're looking at a very good card. In regards to comparisons between him and Coutinho, I think they're both pretty good. I think I prefer Coutinho's more aggressive playstyle, but that doesn't really make him a better player. That's just down to personal preference. I think they both actually play the center cam position really, really nicely. So it just depends on what type of card you want to use. But if you guys get the Gotze card, you won't regret it. He's actually very, very solid. I think it was Umtiti's card that was kind of super generic because we're going to review him obviously at some point too. I mean, like, look at the stats that he has. Like, it's good, right? But it's during team of the season time. Like, there's better options. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, with the shadow, he looks kind of cool. And, you know, he is a baby meta card in all fairness. So he actually might still be a beast. I might be pushing a little bit. But yeah, Gotze is a good guy, as a good card, guys. If you guys end up picking him, I don't think you'll regret it. I think he plays nicely if you're going to be using him in a center cam position, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh, also, false 9 and a 4-3-3 false 9 formation. He'd be pretty nice, too. Okay, bye. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Love you guys.